The second hoy in Parakeh starts also, Oy, mashkimei baboker shechar yirdofu. Those who get up early in the morning and they run after wine. Shechar here doesn't necessarily mean beer, it means anything that makes them drunk, makes them a shikor. Me'acharei baneshef yayin yadlikeh. So they're up early drinking wine, and late at night they're drinking wine. That's what fires them up. That's what gets them all excited. The look here at the Radak. I'm sorry, at the Mitzudot. We're now doing Pasuk Yud Aleph. Right? Neshef is the night, and Mashkimei Boker is early in the morning. So they drink at night and they drink in the morning. They're always drinking. Now what do? Vaya kinor v'nevel tof v'chalil v'yayin mishteim. Their parties have a lot of musical instruments and wine. Kinor is a harp, or sometimes in the Tanakh it could also be a violin or musical instruments. Tov and wine. They're partying it up. They have music, they have wine. Nevel is a harp. Tof is probably a drum, like tof, 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 tof. Right? Khalil is a flute of some kind. And they have wine. That's their party. That Po'al Hashem Yol Lo Yabitu. But if you're partying it up and you're getting drunk, you don't care about God. You're not thinking about God. Now it says Po'al Hashem. Einam notlin lev listakel Po'al Hashem sha'al hakol yavi b'mishpat. They're not thinking about the fact that God will punish them for their evil deeds. Right? U'masei adav lo ra, when they don't see that God is really in control. They're basically drunk. And therefore they don't really pay attention to God. Lachein, gala ami belidat. So my nation is going into galut without even realizing why. Okay? They're going into galut, they're going out because they refuse to recognize God without knowing who God is. Uchvodo mitei ra'av v'hamono sichei tzama. What does that mean? So the Radak explains, V'haya kinor, atam mesaper ech hayu mishteim. It's explaining what their parties were. Hakinor v'haneva v'hatof v'chalil minagnim bahem. They're playing all these different instruments. The kinor is like a fiddle, and a nevel is a harp, and a tof is like drums, and chalil is like a flute. There are different kinds of instruments like our instruments. Sheminagnim bahem v'hayayin lifnehem, and they're playing, and they're drinking, and they're drunk. V'derech hazeh hu mishtehem. That's how their parties are. Bidvarim shemoshech otam lishtot klei hanigun v'hayayin lifnehem. This is taking them away from what? That Paul Hashem lo yabit. Hinei hein pnuyim mimalacha. They're not doing work because they're rich. Ki asher yimim. All they do all day is party because they have enough money to sustain themselves. But what they could be doing is positive work towards Hashem, helping the poor people, learning Torah. That's Po'al Hashem. Po'al Hashem refers to God's world. Shekatav ala luchot aseret hadvarim. So the Radak says Maaseh Adav is the luchot that Hashem Himself said. The aseret haddibrot. They're not following it. They don't care. They may steal. They may kill. They don't care. They're drunk. They don't have any goals or aspirations. Or he says v'yesh lefred. Maybe Po'al Hashem Maaseh Adav refers to the world, to the universe. They don't look at God as the master of the universe. Right? If you look at the universe, you can be so inspired by God's existence. And they don't do that. They don't care about that. They're busy being drunk. They don't see the big picture. Lachein gala ami miblidat, we said. Bavur shelo yada ma'aseh hakel. Because they don't know what God's doing. Either they don't know His Torah, or they don't know the fact that He runs the world. All they care about is eating, drinking, and getting drunk, and enjoying themselves. He's going to go into galut. He's going to be starving. and very thirsty with tzama. Midah keneged midah. You are drinking and not caring about God. You're going to be thirsty and hungry, and the only thing you can care about is God. Please help. That's going to be the midah keneged midah. They'll be like people who are many, many people. Metei v'hamono, many, many people. Tzachar, which means that they'll be dried out. They won't have anything to drink. Okay, going on to Pasuk Yud Daled. Let's go back to Pasuk Yud Daled. So once again, Pasuk Yud Bet refers to their party and their musical instruments, and they don't think about God. Therefore, they're going to gala. They're going to go into Yud Gimel Gala Ami. They're going to go into Galut. Mibli Dat. They're not going to know what's going on, what hit them, and they're not going to know God. Uchvodo Mitei Ra'av. The only thing they're going to have for them is many people who are going to be starving. V'hamonot tzechei tzama. They're all going to be thirsty. Lachein hirchiva she'ol nafsha upoara piha levlichok v'arad hadara v'hamona u'she'ona ve'alezba. So what's that? That's a very hard pasuk. Pasuk Yud Daled. So the Radak says, Imru derech mashal lerov b'nei adam sheyamutu miYisrael. Tell them they're going to die. Hirchiva she'ol nafsham lekabel meitim. Basically, the depths. She'ol means to be buried in the depths. Okay, the depths are going to take the people, which means they're going to be buried, which means they're going to die. V'yarad hadara, hadar Eretz Yisrael. The beauty of Eretz Yisrael, or Yerushalayim, is going to be taken down. Sheyardu l'sh'ol anshei hakavod v'hamon ha'am. The people will be taken down, and the place Yerushalayim will be desolate and will not be respectable. Ramar v'sha'ona ve'alazba. If that means the many people, all the pleasures, or misha haya alaz v'sameach, those who were happy, ba'ir meirova tova yered l'sha'ol kemochin. He's the guy who's going to go down. He's the guy who's going to pay the price. That's va'alezba. The people who are happy are going to go down. Vayishach Adam, vayishpal ish. So man is going to go down. Ve'enei gvohim tishpalna. And the eyes of those who looked up, who were so haughty, who thought they were so great, they're going to go down. Tishpalna, they're going to go down. But you know what's going to go up? There's a pasuk that we say on Yom Kippur and Rosh Hashanah at the end, right before HaMelech HaKadosh. Vayikbah. You know what's going to be gavoa? You know what's going to be up? Hashem tzvakot b'mishpat. People are going to realize that justice is served. The people ignored God, and they got punished. Ha'el HaKadosh nidash b'tzedakah. And God will be holy and recognized through justice. Justice will be served. Those people who were disgusting to the poor people, who thought they were so great, who thought they could do whatever they want and ignore God, they're going to get their justice. Punishment. V'ra'u chvasim kedabram v'charavot mechim garim yochei. What does that mean? That's a tough pasuk. That is pasuk. Sorry, Yud Zayin. Mashal. This is a mashal also. Al tzadikim v'hachalushim shayu terem zeh gerushim. The good people who were weaker than the rich people, and they were kicked out of their houses, which we said before. The rich people took over all the field. Even if a poor person was there, I don't care, I'm taking this. Okay? V'holchim mipnei harishayim bechalut harishayim yochlu ha'aniyim ma shayu ochlim harishayim. They, the poor people, will get to eat what the rich people were taking away from them. And he says this was during the days of Yishcaiah, when he was king, and he had justice. Hayat tzedek u'mishpat. Lo haya koach biyad hachazakim lasot hachalushim. The rich people didn't have the power to make the poor people to take advantage rather of the poor people, and therefore they left. They either left or they died. Okay. B'charvot mechim, charvot hashmanim, ba'alei noach, v'hem ha'ashirim. So the rich people will be destroyed. That's basically what it says. Is there a Rashi that says something different? Let's see the Rashi on Perek Pasuk right at the end. Oh no, we're not at the end. We're at the end of our Keta, which is Pasuk Yud Zayin. Yeah, Pasuk Yud Zayin. Tzadikim and Nimshim Ke'eder Rachim. So it's a mashal that the tzadikim are like sheep. Okay, we're going to see that a little later in the next paragraph if we start it today. Okay, they're going to be like sheep. Kedavram, Kemin Hagam, B'Yosher, Humidah, Mechalchalim, Divarim, Mishpat. So the Chachamim do justice. They do the right thing. Okay, like keves, like sheep who basically follow the leader. They follow their shepherd. Charvot Mechim, Batei Rishaim, Shehim Shmanim. The houses of the Rishaim destroyed. Okay, Rim Yochleim Lo HaTzadikim. So the people who got kicked out, the tzadikim, are going to have to take the houses of the Rishaim, and and they're going to take over. That's the end of this.